Welcome back to the Backside Poddy. This week's episode, we chat about Cav's latest announcement, some pro transfers, lots of the local racing news, and a new segment. Look out.
2 gin and tonics, 2 vodkas, and a scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please.
Now let's introduce you to the Backsiders. Shreds,
Hey, hey.
Freebs,
G'day.
and myself, Jim Bob, on the mic.
There were only 3.
We're down on troops tonight, but we're not down on Froth, are we, guys?
We are frothing it.
I'll
big
tell
time.
you what, there's been a lot happening lately. There's people going everywhere. We didn't get an episode out last week.
I know.
And boy, did we hear about it.
Oh my God, the people, there was riots
There's been
in the
outrage.
streets.
There were,
They've been rioting in Queen Square.
yeah. So Shauno's over in Thailand, so not on.
Shawnee.
And, you know, Kurt, he did what he always does and left an assignment.
An assignment, I think 4 you said.
Yeah.
Poor
So-
fella's under the pump, really.
Yeah, shame.
We should do a welfare check on him. Psych.
This is your welfare check.
Yeah. We listen to this tomorrow morning.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure. What a tool.
Righto. Let's jump into what happened last week. Freebs.
Well, mate, I was away last week. I've got a bit of the holiday blues back from Fiji. I put a couple of Strava efforts up. I don't know if you saw me walking around Denaroo Island or Malolo Island, but I was out there sunning myself. I got absolutely toasted.
Mate,
By
you were glowing when I
Oh.
saw you the other day on Sunday Arvo.
Most of
You
it's
were-
washed off already.
Oh,
And how about your tan lines? How did they go?
Well, first morning I thought I got up and got into this. It's a bit like Brisbane. The sun's up early. The sun's pretty powerful early, but I thought I'd just lay down by the pool for the first day. And I don't know, fell asleep listening to a podcast, and it wasn't
Must have
ours.
been riveting.
And anyway, I woke up a couple of hours later, and I didn't feel like I got burnt. But then we persisted with the day, having a few G&Ts around the pool, bit of lunch and that sort of stuff. Anyway, the next day, I woke up and I was literally red, like a lobster. 2 days later, I couldn't even have a shower because the heat from the shower was just burning me. Had to swim the next day in a t-shirt because I was just in all sorts of pain. Anyway, 3 days later, I'm literally covered in blisters,
No.
hundreds of blisters all over my chest.
mate,
Wow,
this
that's
is
some serious first night fever. It's the wrong way.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't my.
you gave
fondest.
yourself 3rd-degree burns, mate.
Yeah, I know, and I'm really embarrassed because I've done a lot of work with Smiling for Smitty, which are all about melanoma cancer, and I feel terrible because I'm not just because of that, but just it was just such a dumb mistake, and I'm still paying for it now. But anyway,
You're better than that, bro.
I am
You're
better than that. So for all the kids out there
Slip,
listening,
slop,
slip,
slap.
slop, slap, because I've made a terrible mistake.
Especially when you're listening to the Backside and having a snooze on a banana couch. Don't, slip, slop, slap.
Anyway, so I just spent sort of a week over there in Fiji, just having a good time and just tuning out. Really, just there's no phone reception really. That I didn't turn the cellular data on, and I had Wi-Fi just at the reception area. So I just was see you later, guys.
Full disconnect.
Full disconnect. It took me 2 days to get my head around that because I was where's my phone? I'm like, is there any messages there? And anyway, we disconnected, had a good time, ate and drank way too much. Good news is Jim Bob up 4 kilos from nationals weight. Just want to throw that in there.
How many watts? Yeah, up.
Down.
Nah, what's up?
What's it down, mate? Surely. Anyway, 4 kilos up. Got 2 off, so I still got 2 to go. But had a good. I rode down the Gold Coast on Saturday, which was nice through Tambo, and then raced on Sunday. So chased Maxi around. He thought it was another good idea to go from the 13-minute mark.
He just loves getting chased, doesn't he?
Mate, I'm like, Maxi, do we have to keep going so early? Can we not just hang around for half an hour?
Mate, that photo that I saw of you and him where you have the full pain face on, you're questioning what you're doing there, and he's nose breather, mate. He wouldn't blow out a fucking candle.
No.
We've got, I think, about 4 photos of your pain face that have been sent in via our
mate.
Instagram this week.
It's nearly as good as a photo of the lizard, but anyway, it wasn't. I lasted. I said to Maxi, mate, can you just pull this extra turn because I'm literally dying here. So don't have 10 days off the bike. Don't go drinking and putting on 4 kilos. and chase Max Campbell around. That's a strong tip and slip, slop, slap. 2 lessons for the week.
Huge.
Mate,
Jim
you've just imparted wisdom on everyone. The shreds.
We're shocked. We don't know what to do.
And then my third lesson is, I gave blood today as well. So it's my third blood bag. So there you go. Things come in threes.
Things do come in
look at
threes,
you.
mate.
So yeah, that gave a blood today. I've lost a pint of blood. So someone will benefit, I'm sure.
Amazing.
That's me.
I had my first fingering at Brookville.
Can you say?
At Brookville.
You can't say that.
I'm
I
shocked.
can. I did. Yeah, shocked. I started it hungover and I was not very happy, but by the end of it, it was lots of fun. I'm also back on my running bandwagon because I've realised I've got 5 weeks left until I do my challenge. So
Yeah.
get
So,
some Ks in.
yeah, tell us more about the challenge.
So I'm running 7 half marathons in 7 days, like 7 consecutive days to raise money for White Ribbon, which is a
Oh, nice.
domestic violence
Yeah, I've raced a lot.
organisation.
We've done a lot of work with White Ribbon back in maybe like 2018, 2019. We raised about, I don't know, a couple $100,000 for them.
Yeah, nice. Well, I've raised $2,000 so far,
good
but I'll be
cause.
running 148 Ks that week. So,
I'm going to show you a funny photo. Which
Your legs are going to hate you.
oh yeah,
Everything's going to hate you.
everything. But it's just like mind over matter, you know.
Of course it is. Like that cooker.
That's what I reckon.
What's that guy ran like this?
Ned Brockman.
Yeah, he's a cooker.
Yeah, he's way more cooked than I am. He was doing that like every day for 12 days, 140 Ks or something. Anyway, Jim Bob, what'd you get up to?
Yeah, so last week I was in Adelaide for all those people playing at home. Pulled the trainers on myself, did a few laps around the park.
Get out. I heard you say after Worlds that you were no longer going to run. You
Yeah.
rack the shoe.
Yeah, desperate times come with desperate measures, don't they? So, when I'm in Adelaide, I'll be running a little more. I did manage to get on the bike down at Echelon Cycling Studios with our boy Alex from the Adelaide Summit podcast.
How was that?
I'll tell you what, it was 45 minutes of pain that I preloaded with a 4K run to get there.
Oh, God.
And I was like, I got there and I was like, I've done too much before this. Like all the tempo and threshold and even some of the VO2 stuff was okay. But then when I had to do some sprints, I was like, oh, man, I'm not enjoying this anymore. Like, let's
This
get me out
hurts
of
too
here.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he took me out and wined and dined me afterwards after he put me to shame in the spin class, the cult-like spin class, whatever they like to think it is.
Well, it's also really hard.
Is it a
I
cult?
think.
Yes.
Yeah, of course it is. It's like,
I feel like calling it a spin class might like undersell it a bit.
Yeah, it's not a spin class because you're not on gym bikes. You're on a proper cycling
trainers.
sort of watt bike thing.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the difference.
Okay. Yeah. And pumping music and like
Oh yeah.
vibes.
So Krusty is the big boss there, and they had Krusty's playlist going.
Did you meet Krusty?
Met Krusty.
Did you?
And
Did he give you much?
man, he just froths bikes. I was looking at him and he's like, I froth bikes, and he's like, I can tell you froth bikes too. And I was like, sick. We all froth bikes in here.
Did we just become
Oh my
best
God.
friends? Yup.
I was funny trying to find this photo of me walking in high heels for my White Ribbon, but I couldn't do it. Sorry, mate.
We are going to
Send it
put
to me
that on
later.
the
I
chat
was just
later.
going to say, send it later. We'll put it up on the Instagram.
Yeah, so we were running through Krusty's gym mix, and Alex was having none of it. He was pressing next all the time, and he was getting a bit flustered with it. But yes, so had a bit of fun there. Come back, raced Hammercrit on the weekend. Jesus, how good is like cycling in southeast Queensland going at the moment? There was people everywhere frothing. I was frothing. They were frothing. Everyone just wanted to get in the break. Everyone was going full ham to get up the road. Like, God, it was just great. I'm
love
just
the
loving
passion.
it. I'm loving it at the moment, hey.
I love the passion.
You should have been there on Sunday.
Was the frothers high?
Mate, Maxie and I were frothing.
Yeah, man.
I was crying, actually. I wasn't frothing.
I don't know.
You know who I reckon will be frothing really hard on the 24th of November?
What's on the 24th of November?
Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon Jim Bob's going to be full froth.
Can we full send and full froth?
Yeah, all at the same time.
Yeah, so
Can you be both? You can do both.
Well, Brooke's coming, which means I'm
Is
going to be
she?
super excited. We've got Brooke's mum to look after the kids, which means we're going to kick the
Yeehaw.
door off the hinges.
Oh, I love this.
And we're going to rock up really hungover at work the next day.
Oh, yeah, because it's an early start on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday sesh.
I love a Sunday sesh. But
So-
yeah, if you're coming along, all the details will be on our Instagram.
So Sunday the 24th, 1 o'clock sharp. We're going to try and do some specials for early people. And I think there's going to be something else special, Jim Bob, too, isn't there?
Where's it
Lukey
gonna?
D.
Oh.
Lukey D is going to be on the decks, baby.
Yeehaw, Lukey D.
At Easy Times Brewing.
In Wollongabba.
Yeah, nice.
Sunday the 24th. Look forward to seeing everyone there.
And we'll be drinking a bit of
Our own beer.
the backside beer will be on tap.
And we're almost sold out of that, so
We are. We've only got a handful of cartons, literally a handful of cartons left before the pre-orders are fully subscribed, which means you're going to miss out. So if you are interested in taking out any of our last remaining cartons, please jump on. The link's in our Instagram bio and on the website. So jump on and grab yourself a carton. It's super cheap and super tasty.
We really want to try close that out end of this week, sort of Sunday-ish. So yeah, we can get
Now or
things
never,
moving
peeps.
there.
yeah, get amongst it.
Talking about cool things, your boy.
Talk about closing out, actually, at the end of this week. Cav has announced he is finishing his career by lining up on the Singapore crit.
End of an
I'm
era.
excited. Oh, I mean, I'm excited just to see him race again, but I'm so sad as well. I think
Is he
I'll be
fit?
mourning. Yeah, well, he reckons he's been training,
Okay.
but also I saw him at Disney. I mean, I didn't see him, but he posted about being at Disneyland with his family. So lots of family time going on. But I mean, even if he doesn't place or anything, or even come top 10, it'll still be monumental. He's 39
Hey, that's not that old.
to be pro. Pro cyclist, not pro at drinking
Yeah,
wine.
I know. As we sit here sipping on a nice Chardonnay from the Eden
Yeah,
Valley.
exactly.
To be fair, I feel like Cav's gone out on a higher note than, say, someone like Peter Sagan.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was his
agreed.
choice.
So he's gone out on his own terms. He's cleaned up that record. 35 Tour de France victories. What a legend. Peter Sagan sort of stretched out the end of his career making bulk Skrilla, but he didn't end on the high. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And actually, Astana's just released like this detailed behind the scenes video called Project 35. So you can watch it on YouTube. And it's all about getting the record
Cool.
broken,
Haven't
which is
seen
very cool. Yeah.
So
So,
it's available now?
yeah, it's available now on YouTube, on their
All right,
YouTube
I'm
channel.
gonna watch that.
It's 35 minutes long, so it's not
That's cool.
too long. Yeah, it's
35
cool.
minutes, 35 wins.
Yeah, I love it.
That makes sense.
I love it. And if you want to watch his last race, SBS will be broadcasting it 10th of November at 6:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight.
God, it's a
Savings
reasonable time.
Well, it's 5:50 for us in Queensland because
Even
of
better.
daylight. I know.
Don't
What a
talk in
treat.
Eastern.
I know, but that's how SBS does it.
Yeah, well.
Did you
For
say?
For us, it's 5:50. Yeah.
Did
Okay?
you did you
5:50 for us? Yeah.
did you say where the race was? Shreds.
Yeah. Shreds.
Get it
Yeah.
out. Satamata.
No, that's his second last
right.
race. Is in Saitama. Oh.
Saitama.
That's perfect, Jim Bob.
Mate, you got to say it with a Japanese accent.
You have to.
Saitama.
Oh,
Mate,
very
that
nice.
actually makes sense now.
Yeah, well, that crits on the 2nd of November, and that's at a great time for us, 3:45 p.m.
No, it's too early.
Did I say 2nd of...
Mate, you're confusing me now.
Sorry, 2nd of November.
It's all coming up soon.
45 is his second last race, and then there's Singapore crit, which is a Tour de France. Prejual? Is that how you pronounce that?
Don't know.
Sick.
Anyway. It's his Cav's last race. That's enough about Cav. It's his last show.
Okay. I'm going to talk about Cav till the cows come home.
I know,
but
you get
sure,
very-
let's shut me up. What would you like to talk about?
I reckon the transfers. There's been a lot going on.
Lots of talk.
So much action.
Yeah.
Like my feet are just getting slammed by like one thing after another.
I thought you said your feet.
Feet.
I heard feet.
Yeah, I heard feet.
I heard feet.
Hey, the best thing about this is it's recorded, so we'll be able to go back and listen to that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Feed.
Yeah, okay.
That's the South Australian accent.
Oh, of course.
Feed.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Instagram feed.
Correct.
Yeah, nice. Who's been your star?
Well, do you know? I think it's not that it's a transfer, but I think there's all the action around Pidcock's been probably the biggest one. So lots of stuff going on there, which has been super interesting. And he's moved. Well, it's going to be a move to 365, and then we hear it's no longer going forward.
Being canned.
He was on holidays, wasn't he? And he found out from his manager that it was all off.
Yeah. Apparently they were trying to shift him. Like Ineos was trying to move him on. But that's all hearsay, isn't it?
It is hearsay.
Why do we reckon there's so much light around Ineos and particularly Tom Pidcock? What's how?
I'm not sure it's about Tom. I think it's the whole team. And, they've been up for so long that it's very hard to maintain that standard because everyone's always chasing you. And when you're always being chased, it means people come past you because they'll do things better. They'll get better people. Pog wasn't even around back, 5 years ago, really, when Ineos were at their height. So, Froome and Thomas and those guys have gone past their best. They invested in Pidcock, and I think he hasn't delivered. I mean, he's done amazingly well at mountain biking and all those things. And I think Ineos probably lost a bit of focus too. They were going so well at their Grand Tours, which is, I guess, the yardstick for all teams. But, Pidcock's won 2 Olympic medals, gold medals. You got Ganna, who was flying back in those earlier days. He focused a lot on the track, and he's focused a lot on his hour record and also winning other Olympic medals. And I reckon they've just lost a little bit of focus on, I guess, the yardstick, which is Grand Tours. So, Pidcock's he's a good rider, but he's not a Grand Tour winner.
When Dave Brailsford was at the helm of Sky and later the architect of the Ineos, remember that they only ever really were good at Grand Tours.
Correct.
They never did well in the classics. They didn't have a track program.
They built teams around Froome and Thomas, right?
Exactly right, for Grand Tours, and they really only...
Because there's 3 of them. You can only do 1 roughly. Maybe sometimes you can do 2. So you had a big enough... You almost had 2 teams running right within the structure.
That's right. And then they sort of diversified out. Remember, they brought in Dylan Van Baarle and they brought in a whole lot of classics guys to try and boost that side of the team. And at the same time, that was sort of when Dave Brailsford was sort of exiting stage left and he was doing his Kipchoge 2-hour stuff.
Yep.
And maybe they just lost a bit of direction at the top. Got new DSs in over the last 2 years with Steve Cummings and Zach Dempster. Both seem to be calling a lot of the shots there now. Perhaps there's a bit of
that. They lost their way. I think they lost their way a little bit with their aero stuff and just technology as a whole. And then, as the old saying goes, mate, the fish rots from the top, right? So, or the head down. So, Pidcock's the highest paid rider there. He's a divisive character. I've never met him before, so I can't obviously comment. But it's just the way
I love that
reacts.
you don't comment, but me over here.
Hey, we're not going to shred the guy to pieces. But this is what's being reported.
Yes.
And
very politically correct of you.
Thank you.
I'm going to throw something real left field here.
Go for it, mate.
So what if it's like this is all smoke and mirrors for something going on behind the scenes that's got nothing to do with
Yeah, I know where you're going here.
things like...
I know where you're going with this.
Maybe there's an issue with Tom and one other person, and it's causing massive disruption, or it could even be something that
Tom and G or Tom and
could be.
Tom and
Who
management?
knows? No one knows.
Or is Tom just the full guy?
This is just what they're presenting outwards.
Tom could be the full guy.
It could be something like he's with their blood passport, and he's shown an anomaly, and he's had to have a 2-week stand down or something like that. Like, who knows? Who knows what's going on behind the scenes?
That would be great content if that comes out.
I don't think it ever will.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It's a bit like AFL football, mate. Just with the 3 strikes policy.
It'd be like Bradley Wiggins and the bag thing. It might come out later, but it'll never be
too
proven.
late.
Yeah, definitely.
Too late, she cries.
So who knows what's going on there?
Yeah. We've seen quite a number of transfers in the women's side of things.
Yeah, Poggy's girlfriend.
Yeah, so she left, she's about to leave, Jayco, and she's starting at AG, which is going to be exciting. We've also seen 7 new arrivals at SD Works, which will be good after their performance this year. And I don't know how to pronounce her name. Cecile Ludwig, joining Canyon SRAM. So she actually won a stage at the Tour de France. And then...
The world's third in the world.
Yeah. That was last year, 2023. But still, there's a lot of movement in the girls as well. And I think we're going to see some awesome performances coming through. this 2025.
Women's cycling has been getting more interesting by the year
It's
lately.
heating up.
Oh my gosh. I mean, controversially, but I thought it was more exciting tour this year.
Then the men's.
Yeah.
It's more. It's what is unique about it. And I think that what's exciting is that anyone can kind of win.
Exactly.
And it's not like the Pog show, which is so like it gets a bit monotonous.
It does. And
I like
think,
the fact that there's so many people that are around the mark, and I like that.
I know that's
It's interesting.
that's why I found it exciting. And yes, it was shorter, and yes, there's like differences, sure, but how good is it that that's what we're seeing? That's the caliber, that there is a group of girls that are
Yeah.
up there competing
Yeah.
within seconds.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get
That's what's exciting.
yellow.
That's what gets the punters going. I don't think races need to be super long to be exciting and interesting.
Well, how much longer can they make them all? Like,
Well, it's to Jim Dobbs' point, I don't think it has to be long. It's
No.
just, I mean, the men's race is historically it's been around for 100 and something years. Like it's just been that way. And if you heard Phil a few weeks ago, that was even longer.
yeah,
So yeah, length doesn't mean better.
no, definitely not.
In every case.
Trying to tell us something there, Freeps.
No, that's not. I'm not talking
It's
from.
all about the
Personal
motion of the ocean, isn't it, mate?
Hey, it's about the width apparently.
Anyway,
We're getting well off topic here.
I'll tell you what's on topic is there's been few other announcements this week.
Yeah.
And the other announcements have been more local. So
yeah.
the Pro Velo has been announced. Various stages throughout this week and last. They got the Adelaide series has been announced. The Queensland, the Q series they're calling it, has been launched.
which is pretty exciting that they're finishing it in Queensland. So there's like a battle at our.
Let's hope there's
Dorset.
like you're saying
Dorset.
about the women's tour at France. Like imagine if there's like 3 or 4 that are like down to the
Oh God, it'll be good.
like so they could all win the contract.
Yeah.
and it's up Campbell's pocket or wherever it might be.
Oh,
for
wow.
the win.
oh,
Juicy.
it's
Imagine
gonna
the
be
crowds on
spicy.
Campbell's pocket.
Mate, I don't think you could drive a car up that thing. It's so steep.
Yeah, go
How
from,
the crowd? You get the
go from the
crowds
top
there.
down.
Oh, yeah, fair shout.
Come on, mate.
I
Get
just love also how much, whilst it is very spread out across the country, I love that they have included so many places. I
Yeah,
think it's
100%.
really like the fact that it's getting broadcast on SBS and the fact that we're showing off our country is going to be amazing. Like it's never going to be close by in Australia. I mean, even us going to the beach is an hour and a bit away. So things are never close by, but I think it's great that we've got Nats in WA and then we've got South Australia, Tassie's getting a start. We've got New South Wales, well, like Sydney.
Couple of times.
And then we've got, Grafton, Inverell, and then good old Queensland.
And Vic.
Yeah.
What
What do we have in Vic?
Was Warney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you said earlier, Australia suffers the tyranny of distance. And I think this speaks to it more truly than anything. I think you're probably going to have somewhere between 20 and 50 riders that go to every stage, and the rest is going to be made up of maybe
Agreed.
50 or so local guys
Yeah, agreed.
that will make up the rest of the field for each sort of leg
Oh, that's
of
so
the Pro
true.
Velo series,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because they've opened it up now to
Kind of wild card
individual and wildcard teams.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I think each round will have enough people to make the
100%
racing
it will.
really interesting, and there'll be a core group of guys that go around and race
Especially
every round.
those that think they're in for a chance of a contract.
How
Yep.
exciting is that, though? There's the 2 contracts up.
Yeah.
That's
I'd love to
incredible.
I can't wait to see the scoring system, how they're going to score this whole thing. I don't know if that's been announced yet.
I haven't
like-
seen anything about it.
Like, is each stage equally weighted to points? I mean, does it add up over every stage, over every series? Like, be really interesting to see how they're going to manage that.
I think as well, you'll find there are a lot of guys that will come out of the woodwork, guys that normally might give a pass to the NRS. So guys like
James Bartlett.
your Matthew Lamberts, your Joe Coopers, guys that typically wouldn't be racing NRS, but are absolute hammers.
The Wang.
When you look the Wang, so guys that can genuinely ride, but typically wouldn't travel to all the NRS races. I think you're going to find a lot of those guys packing out the field, because there's a lot of guys that can ride bikes, man. There's a lot of guys that can ride
Yeah.
bikes, and I think the racing is going to be super hot, super exciting. I'm getting frothy.
You're
just
getting
sitting
frothy.
over
I
here,
can
man.
see it. I can
mate, you
feel
can
it.
feel the energy just
Yeah.
lifted.
I just
Tables
want to
lifting.
talk. So I'm really excited about stage 1. We've got a crit around I'm
It's
talking
about
about the
Queensland?
Queensland series.
Yep.
We've got stage 1 as a crit around South Bank, which I think
Sick.
is going to be absolutely
Street
off
crit,
charts.
150 guys, just like full.
I'm frothing thinking about. Yeah, we're all frothing thinking about it.
Dangerous as all hell.
But like a bit excited.
I wonder how long it is. 'cause
And bulk beers
Yeah.
too.
it could get really.
Bulk beers.
Yes,
Imagine the crowd.
it's
We
going to
should-
be awesome.
We should get a backside beer stall there. And
Mate,
just
it's right next to Wollongabba, really. Pretty close.
Oh my God, it's
Easy
on.
Times is right there.
Boys, we're on here.
I think we could be the series sponsor of beers. The backside.
Here we go.
Anyway, before we get too off track.
Yeah, and then stage 2, I was a bit
Lakeside.
confused. Yeah, well, I was a bit confused about the road. There's a road race at Lakeside, and all of us know you race crits at Lakeside. So I was a bit
It's a motor
perplexed.
track. It's a motor vehicle and motorbike racetrack. With a nice little hill in it.
Yeah, nice. So
For those
Do you-
that don't understand Queensland racing.
Yeah, I mean, the premise behind the Pro Velo series was always to make it circuit style racing that could be easily televised, and you'd have a product that you could then go to market
Yep.
with and market the teams, the athletes, the series itself.
That's sick.
Yeah, I think the more circuit racing and tighten it up and put it in places where you don't have to close a lot of roads, bring the costs down.
That's
'cause-
Lakeside.
And Lakeside fits the bill perfectly. You can set people up there. You can have commentators in that tower thing. You
Oh
can
my
see
God,
the whole
yes.
racetrack. Like, I think you could have drones going around. Like,
Mate,
there's
it's
so
all
many
happening.
things that you could do there that would make
And it's
it.
interesting because it's got a hill in it. It's going to separate the field.
Which
I am
I
surprised
don't-
they're not using Muzz though, just quietly.
So was I.
maybe it's because they don't know enough about it.
I'm pretty sure they would.
Maybe it's not long enough.
I don't know.
But it's got a stand there. Like, it's got a viewing area where you can see the whole track. I would have got rid of the Queen stage because I reckon that's going to be a nightmare.
It's
to
so
televise
divisive. It's so divisive too.
and just go and put the
But
buzz.
mate, you know, if the person who's going to win this and actually take advantage of the pro contract is someone like a Matty Greenwood or someone like that, right? It's someone who's like kind of a better than all rounder, can climb like a staple gazelle. And
What?
haven't you heard of that? That's an age thing.
Mate, that's fresh.
It's like a leopard going up a tree.
Incredible.
The
Anyway,
visuals right now.
straight up.
So is that why you reckon Lakeside maybe because they've got the hill in it?
And the Queen stage.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget you got Grafton and Varel. Even down in Adelaide, without getting off Queensland too early, but you know that's been made with very mixed emotions down there. I'm hearing from the guys down there, like they've got the first stage as a TT up Lunga Hill. Like that is gonna blow that series at that whole round apart. Like
Yeah.
you'll be 2 minutes difference between first and last, easy, maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, but maybe it's only 5 seconds between the top 10 guys. Who knows? Who
Yeah,
knows?
but like a sprinter,
oh yeah,
right?
can't win.
That weighs 85 kilos, and Matty Greenwood, for example, at 60 kilos, whatever he is,
Yeah, no,
he'll be 3 minutes in front of him.
yeah,
Yeah.
sprinter can't win that.
So
round.
that series for that sprint is probably going to be hard for him to win, right? And that cascades into the other rounds because it all adds up, right?
Do we know the date in which it's starting? Because it's around TDU time, no?
Yeah, it's the same time as the ladies start down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It would have been exciting if they'd announced that a little bit earlier for flights. An ACOM for the
Yeah,
rest of us.
you could have gone down earlier.
yeah, I mean it's tough.
You can't
Oh,
put
it
it
would have
all
been nice to have it outside of it, I think, and have it as a standalone event rather than trying to integrate it
But-
into it because
but-
there's so many moving parts.
But the
there.
crowds, mate, you're going to get so many more people
So many more
coming
people.
to. Imagine Lunga Hill with a Pro Velo stage, and you got, I don't know, even a couple hundred people up the hill. Like that's going to be sick. And Vic Park, the crit track, like the equivalent of South Bank Circuit, that'll be like going mental with people. Like I remember going crowds there back in the TDU. They used to run just open
Yeah.
crit races, and there'd be hundreds of people down there.
Totally.
And also
So-
maybe it's part of that reducing costs with
Of course it is.
road closures around that time.
Totally. But I think it becomes cost prohibitive for people who want to travel to it
Mm.
I don't disagree with that.
because Adelaide's expensive enough to travel to outside of TDU.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started, mate. I've been traveling down there every other week. I don't know how much it costs.
It was like I was maybe going back to see my dad on this Friday, and I was looking at flights today. I sent you guys that snippet of that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was $1,000 one way in economy, and it was $900 in business class. I'm like, well, what? You know,
How does
I'm not
that
going
make
either of
sense?
them, just for the record,
Yeah.
because it's like I go to Europe one way for that.
Yeah.
But like, what's going on?
But that's what I mean. It becomes very cost prohibitive for everyone to
even do
to
5
this.
rounds.
Yeah.
Well, then it's quite cost prohibitive for the teams.
Of course it is. Even Grafton and Varel is very cost prohibitive. Like that's a tough race. Like if you've done every other round, like it's going to add up. You got to fly into bloody Gold Coast, or then you got to get a car, drive 3 hours south, and you got accommodation for 2 nights, drive back.
I wonder what teams are budgeting for this, like outside of race entry.
Did I hear a rumor about teams? There's only like 3 or 4 that have signed up for the whole thing.
Oh, really?
I think it would be self-funded by the athletes. The majority of the costs. The teams won't be footing the travel bills for it.
No, okay.
I'd be very surprised if they were.
The cost per team is 8,600.
That's just the
just for the race
registration fee.
Correct, but I mean, like, that's not
Flights, accommodation, travel, food, beer, all that kind of stuff.
Backside beers.
backside beers.
All that stuff costs a little
Yeah.
truckload of cash.
Yeah, it'll be
Adds up.
interesting to see how it all pans out.
I wonder if
really.
Jerry's paying for bulk beers.
Oh, mate. I think you need to get Jerry hooked up with the backside.
We should get him
on. Anyway, I think what you'll find is a lot of guys will go to a few rounds. There will be very few that do all rounds. And I think
right.
people will do rounds that suit them.
Yep.
So climbers will do ones like Adelaide where there's a hill climb to...
Unless they think they're a chance for a contract.
Oh, well, I guess it depends how the scoring system works. Again, we're going down the rabbit hole of things that we don't know about.
Yeah.
So it
Park
might
that.
be like...
What?
That is exciting, but so is the local racing being Jim Bob.
Woo! Yeah. Man.
In case no one's noticed, Jim Bob's frothing the local races.
Man, everyone's there before. Everyone's frothing. Man, everyone's just walking around just half chub, getting ready to get out there on
Only
the race
half,
course.
mate. You have more than half.
mongrel. Man, like talking about Hamo on Saturday, I reckon
you're bringing people to the races, mate.
I hope so.
I reckon you are.
I hope so.
Yeah, the passion.
Man,
Sure.
Finn rode one of the best races I've seen. The kid was just on the hammer from start to finish. Well done to him. It was, and that's not his terrain. He's a natural climber. And he was chasing the break, in the break, bridging up to the break, closing gaps, and then epic attack with 1 lap to go. Stayed away from the breakaway bunch. And then a couple of triathletes rounded out the podium. How about that? We all looked like a bunch of chumps.
That's silly.
I love that.
What were you doing?
I don't know, mate. We were sitting around waiting for a sprint. And
Just so
a couple
excited.
of triathletes just snuck off up the road on the last lap.
Jim Bob was too excited about racing to race.
Well, I was pretty wrecked at that point, to be fair.
Says me who didn't race.
Anyway, it was good, hard racing. Everyone was chasing and trying to get in the break all day. Good fun. Loved it.
It looked quick too.
Yeah, it
I'm
was
just
good fun.
that's A grade. How'd B grade go?
Well, I think Neve did very well.
Which is great for her contract next year with ARA,
Yeah, first female. She was
Yep.
on the grass.
which is
podium.
awesome. Yeah.
And the fields were big for B grade as well.
Was it?
Well, it looked big.
And
They
they're always
were on
big at
before
B
us, weren't they? Yeah.
B grade's always big.
Man, there's a lot of people showing up. Everyone's getting excited.
Speaking
Everyone's
of which,
There's people coming out of the woodwork that I haven't seen on the racetrack for a long time.
It's
and
because of you, mate.
everyone's getting ready for Muzz, which is going to be back in a couple of weeks. I'll tell you now, I'm getting excited, everybody.
You better win Muzz, mate, the first one.
I definitely won't win Muzz.
Imagine that. I'd love to call name the track Jim Bob. That'd be outstanding for the next 12 months.
Don't even do me
Mate,
dirty
they've got
like
to
that.
they've
right?
got to do that. They've got to name the person who.
What about a corner? What about a name?
Yeah,
a
okay, a
corner.
corner will do.
Yeah.
Like Jim Bob's corner.
I like that.
Oh,
Well, let's just start
Or
it.
Jim Bob straight.
And how did you go UQ on
Yeah, well,
Sunday?
UQ was, when we started UQ on Sunday, it wasn't as big a field as Hamos, but at the start line, the comms, CJ, I think it is. She mentioned that there was going to be a bunch of riders on the back just learning how to race A grade, which was quite interesting, and just getting some experience. And they're not going to compete for Prem or Sprint. It was nice to see 4 or 5 guys coming up from B grade just to get the feels and learn things. So that was kind of
Love that.
off the back of last week and stuff that we saw or last time we spoke, which was cool. But I saw Maxi roll up. In fact, when I rolled up to the race, Declan was there in his Astana kit. And I'm thinking, fuck.
He's getting ready to swing. Swing.
I'm hungover. We had quite a few bottles of red the night before. A late night. I finished at 11. And I'm like, here I'm crawling to the start line. And I saw Max. I was like, damn it. And then I saw Declan. And I'm like, fuck. This is going to be a long day. Anyway, it turned out to be a massive long day anyway. Because bloody Max decided to go on like the 8th minute. And
Mate, he's got a session there that he's got to fill. And it's an hour of ouch.
That's what it was.
It's an hour of ouch, and
mate,
you
it's
know
8
what's going
minutes
to
in.
happen.
He's
It's
in the
8 minutes
pain
in.
cave. And
I'm like, if I don't go now, I'm going to be like just sitting in the pack. So I'll chase you, Maxi, and honoured his effort and managed to get across to his build. It took me like I reckon most of the lap to catch him.
Did he back off the pedals to let you get the wheel?
Probably, but
He's
then
like, I want to ride with someone. It's
Yeah.
going to be lonely out here by myself.
he definitely looked after me throughout the whole rest of the race.
He's good lad, isn't
He's
he?
a good lad. So anyway, we just chopped together from about the 13th minute because there was a couple of others that came across, and then we looked back and there was no one kind of thing. And then I just said to Maxi a couple of times, mate, I am just like feeling every minute of this 10 days off the bike, and mate, I'm literally on my limit.
But it blew out the holiday cobwebs ban.
It's blown at the hollow cobwebs.
And I believe you said you got a new power
I
a third best power for an hour or
third best
20
power
minutes?
for the hour for the year in a 50-minute race, which is
wow,
pretty handy.
that's good.
And then also got like a top chasing Max on that first lap. I got a 1 minute power PB2 for the year. So
And those extra kilos are coming in handy, aren't they?
bulk power.
That's it. Just
Anyway, it was a good
swing it.
race. But Maxi caught the funny thing. Maxi caught the brakes. He left me at the 47-minute mark. I was like, you bastard! Just attacked me, and he caught because we were catching the A grade. He caught the bunch on the last lap, and apparently, if you catch the A grade on the last lap at uni, they take the times from the third last lap or the positions, and there's no sprint. So Max didn't realise that rule either, and nor did I, of course, and most of the bunch. So they just didn't take the sprint for the minor places.
Yeah, there was a bit of chat about it on the group.
Mm.
Poor Maxie apologised. He said he didn't know about the...
Yeah, no.
I don't think anyone knew about it, to be fair. It sounds like a rule or a mistake that we would all make. So
Of course,
I think
yeah.
everyone needs to just chill out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Chill
I think
out.
it's pretty chilled now. But anyway, so he did manage to lap the rest.
And then B grade, the girls, we had Brittany Dutton that got first. We had Catherine
Cat, my physio.
Is that your physio?
Yeah, she's got me back off the tarmac a couple of times.
Nice. We love to hear that. She got the pre-men second place, and then third place was Zara Bruce. And the B grade men?
Yeah, Matt got up,
Matt.
and Sam Hiddich got in second. So yeah, the guys again big numbers in B grade, and very impressive. I know Johnny Carr was out there too. I saw my boy Johnny. He was out there racing around and got off the front for a couple of laps in the B grade. So he's trying to make a comeback.
We'd love to see that.
You know
see,
what was
everyone's
good?
making a comeback, man. Everyone's getting excited.
And
coming in
he's
the summer.
frothing.
People are coming out of the woodwork. Let's see it, people. Let's get down. Let's get racing.
And did you race C grade?
I didn't know. I had my son, but huge shout out to Eliza Bridgefoot, who actually placed in her first ever crit.
Weapon.
Yeah, we all know she's very strong. She's like another Imogen Alton coming from rowing.
Oh,
She's
bloody rowers.
absolute, yeah.
Natural athletes.
Oh, she's going to
I didn't
tear
realise-
everyone's legs off.
I didn't realise Maxi Campbell wasn't a rower previously.
Oh, was he?
Yep. So
That
here
all
they
makes
are.
sense.
Here they are.
All makes sense. So this week, actually, talking about racing, so we've got Hamo crit on Saturday at
I'll be there.
Underdome. Yeah.
Jim
I'll
Bob,
be there. Yeah, I'm already entered.
are you racing?
I'm contemplating it.
Oh, that's a yes.
Just get rid of the running and just
Yeah.
press on the pedals. Hey, it's,
Yeah, no
it's way
worries.
more fun.
Same, but different.
Yeah, it's really hard to balance at the moment because I just want to ride my bike, but I'm like committed.
7 days.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
And I think how
I'll
we're doing
wait
their
for it.
club champs too on presentations on
Oh, nice.
after the
race.
racing on Saturday. So if you're a Hamos member, make sure you stick around for the club champs
Yeah.
presentations.
And then Sunday, there's just Darling Downs Cycling Club got a crit on. And next week, we've got quite a bit of racing. So Wednesday night, Gold Coast is hosting their Junior Summer Series Round 4 and Wednesday Worlds at
Yeehaw.
Nerang. They're actually doing so much for cycling and development within cycling, which is awesome to see as a club. So then on the Thursday, they're offering a at twilight time trial training.
Woohoo.
Say that 5 times fast.
Especially
twister.
3 glasses
Yeah.
of shot.
So that, and then on the Friday we've got Ipswich night crit. So it's pretty cool to see like 3 night crits
Boom, boom, boom.
in a week, which is bringing us into full froth for the Twilight series at Nunderdome.
Yeah, when does that start?
That'll be
End of November.
yeah
Ooh.
coming up.
But
Hot.
Noosa Crit coming up Saturday
Yeah.
the 2nd.
Yeah.
You won that
Boom, boom,
fucking
boom, baby.
Noosa-
Let's go get it.
You won that bloody new secret.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Been trying to recruit
You
me
are
for
too,
like
aren't
a
you?
week. Oh,
Yeah.
subject to a dinner.
What?
Subject to a dinner that I have to attend.
Mate, you can't
Who starts a
pick
crit
going
at
out
4
for dinner
10 past 4?
when the Noosa Crit's on. Are you outside your mind?
Mate, it's
Mate,
a,
go to dinner in Noosa afterwards. We're going to go to the surf club. We're going to kick some skewy glasses off some tables. We're gonna go Kurt Tozer on the place.
it's just I'm balancing, Jim Bob. Just balancing.
We've also got Hamo doing a crit on Saturday the 2nd for those that aren't Noosa crit spec. Sunday the 3rd, we've got actually the Sunshine Coast are doing an ITT.
Yeah, I was
at the
thinking about doing
Glass
that.
House.
I
Yeah.
was actually thinking about doing that.
Which is pretty hectic weekend up the sunny coast with that going on, and because Noosa tries actually on the Sunday morning, and then UQ's got a crit on at Nunda on the Sunday the 3rd. Also, just want to mention that UQ are going to do like this club conversation on Sunday the 3rd afternoon. So it's like giving people a rundown on the race calendar and crit formats coming up and community plans, etc. It will be online, so anyone can join. It's kind of like I think Moen will be kicking it off. So yeah.
On the line.
And also, you know how we were talking a few weeks ago, like we said, you said A grade had some people jump on to try and learn. Well, Hamo's doing an awesome thing where they're hosting this bike racing seminar thing. So you don't have to be a Hamo member. You can be from UQ or anywhere else. And they're doing it at Nunderdome.
Yeah, some skills and
Yeah. So it's from Thursday the 7th of November, 5:30 to 6:30. They're going to talk you through racing, moving from transitioning from casual riding into being a bit more competitive and the ways to do it, and talk you through applying for the 4-week free race license with Oz Cycling.
I think you get a free coffee and a free bidden.
Oh,
I
love
think.
a free
Man, I'll
bidden.
tell you what, Hamo are doing a lot of the heavy lifting at the moment
Mate, they're
around the
going
Brisbane
hard.
cycling scene.
They're going hard.
They're hosting
Wow.
races
Willow
every
loves
week.
it, mate.
They're getting ready.
Willow
They're trying to get
does.
I love
people into
Willow.
racing.
Willow's my boy.
Yeah.
And I'm all about Hamo at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, let's-
Everyone can learn a little bit from Hamo.
Agreed.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
Agreed.
just hear what UQ's coming out
Here we
with.
go.
UQ are doing some good stuff too.
Yeah, but wait till the club conversation happens. There'll be
Ooh.
more talks about what's coming. What's coming.
I'm just saying
And it's
this
good-
year
No, we
Hamo
can-
have
yeah.
really done
Oh,
a
for
lot
sure.
of heavy
Mate,
lifting.
they've done.
They have.
They're holding their own
They have, yeah.
and some. And there's a Black Line track series coming too.
So it kicked off in Sydney a couple of weeks ago. Apparently it was a huge success. That'll be good for us to see.
It's up here in
Here.
the 30th of
What does it happen
31st
next
and the 31st of November and the 1st of December.
Hell yeah.
So that weekend.
Oh, so that's at the Animeers Velodrome.
Sure
Yeah.
is down there at Chandler.
So that'll be awesome to see some young cyclists coming through.
Having a crack.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a bit of
Sound
fun
like
too. Like it kind of leads Lukey D on the
yeah.
on the turntables. Like it's that kind of vibe. They're going like for like
They're going full 6 day on it.
full 6 down it. So so yeah, it'd be good to get. They might even want to recruit Lukey D out there. He could probably do a couple of sets. But
Yeah.
it's supposed to be quite fun. They're going that kind of like that like get people involved and come out and watch a bit of a more of a
Creating a spectacle.
Yeah, like an entertaining sort of experience rather than just sit there and like, I don't know if you've watched track before, but it's very quiet.
Yes, it is. Everyone's very proper.
Yeah,
built.
they just sit there and go,
Is it like golf?
bit like golf.
Oh, fuck.
But not this
It was
one.
like curling.
Not this one. This one's going to be.
This is going to be like off chops.
pumping.
It's got Lukey D on the decks.
I really love that they're trying to bring a bit more atmosphere and bring more
Yeah,
people
it's sick.
to track and like
Reinvent it.
us that don't go to track.
And the juniors. That's
Yeah,
the big one.
maybe you can bring out your track bike again.
I'm too old apparently.
Okay.
For the black line.
Yeah.
Shut down.
I think I'm too old.
Bugger.
Oh, well,
I'd be keen to give it a whirl.
well, stay tuned, people. What's coming?
What's been happening on the mountain this week, Shreds?
Well, we all know segment has been.
Boo.
Yeah. I emailed them and they came back and they were like, we did a cleanup. I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Is it automated?
But
message?
I want, yeah. So I
Thanks for your email.
Yeah.
We need our
You
podcast
jackass.
segment back.
I was like, excuse
Do you
me.
know who we are?
Yeah, we are.
Jackasses.
We are a growing podcast. We're doing great things for the cycling community.
And we are ragging you out. I'm not resubscribing this next year for that reason.
Oh,
Screw them.
lose $24.99 a month.
Yep.
I run the free version anyway because I'm
Just a tight ass, Jim Bob. You know that to froth other things.
Anyway, so we've moved our So we moved our segment to the.
We had no choice.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Us saying it like we made the move. We didn't. Unfortunately, we didn't get all the stats over the last week, but I do have a huge shout out to make for Tom's story. So he put in a monster effort getting his PB
Wow.
down from 11 minutes and 4 seconds to 8:54. So
Giddy up.
yeah, the 11:04 was at the
nice
start.
one, Tommy. Love to see it, brother.
Start of 24 and now he's dropped it, like so good. He sent that in. So anybody else, we've had a bit of a change of mind here.
We've been forced.
Yeah, our hand has been forced.
I blame Strava.
Yeah, maybe they can flip the bill for the voucher.
They should.
Yeah, we'll bill them.
We'll send them an invoice. See if they pay it.
So we reckon now that the backside, it's the official whatever segment that's not the backside Poddy segment. If you get a PR or PB on that, regardless of if it's 10% or not, send it in to us and we'll put you in the draw for that voucher,
On the
which
24th.
is getting drawn on the 24th, Jim Bob.
What a day.
right.
Are you going to be drawing it with your excitement?
I think we probably need someone prettier than me to draw it.
Mate, you look goodness.
They don't exist.
Hang on.
Hold it right there, mate.
Yeah, easy boy.
Park it.
Easy boy. Otherwise, we'll be shredding you.
Yeah. I'll be cancelled.
Yeah, cancelled. Yeah, absolutely banned.
Speaking of which, we have got a new segment.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
this week we've cancelled Freeber's
Well,
shopping cart
cancelled-
and we've
cancelled-
cancelled the Brofessor
Hey, that's a bit, cancel's a bit stiff. Like, that's like a bit abrupt. We've
just for the week.
We're being collaborative.
And we've got a new segment that we need to announce. It's Shredded by Shreds.
That's me.
Shred by shred.
Well, I mean, everyone loved the Ben O'Connor chat so much. Why not start a
Shredding
full
some more
segment?
people on it.
So,
No one is safe.
No one's safe.
so can you run us through what happens in this segment, Shreds?
So it's basically I have an opinion on something
Yep.
and I voice my opinion. Usually it's that something I dislike and you all know about it. So we all know my position on Ben O'Connor. So this is similar. It can be bikes.
Anything.
It can be people,
Wine.
pros. It can be wine.
Shit wine you tasted.
Shit, yeah. Here.
So we're not limited to the cycliverse.
No.
I just made that word
That was
up.
an incredible word though, and it rolled off your tongue really well.
Because he's got his special keyboard in front of him.
Mate, I'm over here frothing, mate.
I think it's from the creaming soda. It's just gone straight
Jim
to
Bob
his
has
head.
just slammed a creamy soda
Yeah.
for the record, everyone.
It was
sugar-free, though.
It was
It is
sugar-free.
sugar-free,
Yeah.
so whatever it's on.
But also one of the things that I want to shred are kits. And this week we've had quite a number of releases and I want to talk about it. First and foremost, Attacker's new race kit. What the actual fuck? That's all I have to say. Why is the jersey in half and half mesh?
Mesh was cool back in the 80s.
Yeah, let's leave it there. They did not consult
Or
a design
Oxford Street.
or any. I just don't no. Why? I just have so many questions, but mostly what the fuck?
It's fast.
I looked at it. I
It's-
thought it was okay.
Once again, Jim Bob, we're divided. Once again.
No, no, we're not divided. I don't think Jim Bob. I mean, Jim Bob does wear mesh to bed apparently.
Why
What?
you out me like that in front of everyone, bro?
Was this discovered in your trip down to?
Oh,
I don't think I
Masters
wore
now?
anything that night.
yeah, he didn't wear anything. It's just laid on my bed.
So if anyone hasn't seen it, essentially it's a race cut jersey Knicks, but half of the jersey is literally mesh. So
What's
it's
the point of that?
Exactly.
I thought it looked okay, but I didn't look that closely at it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I didn't
Don't.
even notice that when I looked at it. That's that blue top, yeah.
Well, I think they brought it out in like
$3 or
blue and
$4.
green, yeah, whatever. It's like
I don't
all
know.
block
Didn't you send me
colours.
that one? Is that one? That's the one we're looking at, Jim Bob?
Oh, were
Oh,
you?
I can't remember, mate.
Full. He's saying he can't remember now that I've. I can't really
already-
remember if I like it or not.
Anyway, I mean, if it's half mesh, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'll show it to you and you'll be like, absolutely not. And the other, Black Sheep.
Ooh,
Live, laugh, love Black Sheep.
Yeah,
Let's just preference that. Love them.
this is a roasting.
Also, because they're sponsoring me for my run.
Good on them.
Yeah, they're awesome. They do so much. However, what the fuck is white bibs? They
Whoa.
shouldn't be allowed. So here we go.
Here we go. The two,
Here's
of them
the
are
real
at it, the
divide.
two of them are at it again. I'm going to play the judge and the jury here. Here we go. Off you go. Round one.
Okay, first and foremost, yuck. Like, we see enough with Knicks, as is, especially with gentlemen. And then the older the Knicks get, the more we see. And I feel like white is going
It's asking for trouble.
It really is. And also, someone's not going to know when to rack it, and we're going to see too much. Also, white shows everything.
I think when it gets wet, you're in trouble.
Exactly.
As in wet sweat.
Please note, though, Nelson Andrade wore it, a full white kit this morning.
Did he?
Yeah, full jersey and
Yeah, he
things.
would love it.
And it actually looks really good on him. However, I'd say he's probably the only person that can pull it off.
Look, I'm gonna.
What about Jim Bob?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, go on, Jim.
That's Jim,
Okay.
Jim Bob's in half white now.
Look, when I was a junior, back 20 years ago now, I had a set of Institute shorts when I was racing triathlons that were white, and I loved them.
Have you still got him?
They will be at my parents' house. I'm
Mate,
pretty sure.
we gotta
I'm
find
gonna
those
have
bad
to
boys.
find them.
I want to see him.
We got to find those bad boys.
There's probably a photo flying around somewhere on.
And this
on
is
the
to my
line.
point.
But they're not for everyone.
Correct.
And when they're gone, and they need to be dead and buried.
Mm.
But that was back in the era of like HTC, white bib,
Yeah, that
white
was
jersey, white handlebar tape,
Mm.
white saddle, white everything, and you change it every day.
Every day.
Airy.
Every day.
Here's the thing, though. There will be people also like you that have it at your parents' house, but they would still run it.
Oh,
and that's not on.
No.
Yeah, once it stretches, you're
Yeah,
all
but
sorts.
you're then putting that out and allowing that to happen.
Speaking
not
of
on.
which, what do you think of my new black sheet kit today, guys? Do you like that?
Yeah.
I think it'd look better with white bibs, bro.
Once again,
I got
divided.
those new. What do you call that color? Like a light blue,
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like a
Is that a baby blue?
cyan, maybe.
not quite a
It's not a baby blue. Is
not
it?
no baby blue's a bit more light. I don't know, but I think the release overall
I love it.
dope, absolutely dope. They've really nailed it.
Yep.
So where do we land on white bibs? So is white bibs okay for some but not all? Is that where we landed?
No, I'm a hard no.
What if you're the world champ?
Do not say no. Do not say no to that. You can do whatever the fuck you want if you're the world champ.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Literally.
You can do whatever you want if you're world champ.
You can do whatever you want, Jim Bob.
I'm not a world champ.
You can though if you were the world champ.
But don't you
And I
think?
What about if you're Grand Fondo world champ?
Oh, juicy.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, to me, I think, like, if you see someone wearing a Sky kit, you're like, oh,
Nah, that's
someone's
different.
riding
That's a
for
team.
kit. Yeah.
Why it's
So
not a team?
then I'm like, no, because it's world champs. I'm like, that's fine
No, that's only
because
him
it's
or her.
just that one person.
Agreed.
And the team is just the team.
Yeah, no, we're on the
So
same page.
let's leave white Knicks with
world champs. But what if you're
The
the
people
grand?
that get-
But what if you're the Grand Fondo world champ?
No. What about Cav? HTC era, white bibs.
I just said team. He gets new shit all the time.
Okay. Oh, so that is okay.
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I'm saying like those guys are okay, but
Pros
it's
are
So
okay.
Hubbards can't
Yeah.
wear it.
Okay,
mate.
Hubbards are out.
yeah,
Very
it's
good.
when
Sorry.
you're coming down to us.
Now we've
No,
cleared that up.
okay.
Very good.
Unless you're
Sorry,
a world
Rob.
champ
Yeah.
or an Australian champ, you can have white bibs. Apparently,
Yeah.
you saw that.
Yeah, Plappy runs them.
Plappy's runs them.
Also,
The Aussies are back.
look at this. The Aussies
Yeah.
are back. This is, I'm just showing the boys the half mesh.
Oh, is it just a bit lightweight or is it mesh?
Darl, that's mesh. What's going on here? Why is it like this? Why does he have like a circle? Why is it on his shoulders?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
I mean,
And-
there could be aerodynamic
I
fabrics.
don't mind the
that could
attacker
be
on the back shoulder like that.
Yeah, but I don't like it
looks
here.
good.
Like
Yeah,
the
what's
race.
that?
Like,
Why does it say race?
yeah, lame. Anyway, and my last thing that I'd like to complain about kids.
Oh, you only get one thing.
We've
No,
had
go on.
two.
Okay.
Go on. Go
I'll
on.
go on.
Third. Things come in
Do
three
not say the
tonight.
cut off sleeves.
Cut off sleeves.
Oh,
can't say that.
Didn't. Cut off sleeves are
Can't be
back.
doing- okay. Are they back with well, they are apparently with white nicks. So
Oh, I don't know
Well.
if you can double dip like that.
You can't double dip.
imagine. Go on.
You can't.
can't-
Go on,
You
Jim
can't
Bob's
double
gonna-
dip, mate.
You can't.
Jim Bob's gonna double dip.
You can't double dip the white shorts and cut off sleeves. That's
Okay,
too much.
When
Nah.
is
You've heard it. One or the other.
when is a cut off sleeve okay then?
When you haven't got white nicks on.
Queensland summer, it is always okay
Yeah,
to wear cut off sleeves.
Sun safety people.
Yeah,
gotta-
no, I had someone inquire about that with me the other day, and I don't think you get burn up there very much because you haven't got.
You just
It's not very much
that
direct
skin
sunlight.
that skin there doesn't like burning. You reckon?
Nah, but it takes a bit of time to build up. As I said, when I'm free G, I don't get burnt at all. Where I had tan lines from the cycling.
That person who told you that is lying.
Yeah.
That was your wife. That was actually your wife. I just remembered. It was Brooke who told me that.
Ah, fuck.
You're in trouble now.
You're screwed, mate. You are screwed. Sorry about that.
I mean, I get it from a hot point of view, but I think you can keep that inside in your trainer. Like, I don't need to
Nah.
see that.
There
Sleeves,
was,
get
there
'em
was
out.
reps happening on Tuesday down at the Nunderdrome and people were frothing it. No,
What did they
actually,
say?
No one frothed it. No one said a fucking thing. No
Nah,
one
it's
was
cool.
even looking.
Mate, they're all triathletes
But-
down there. They don't understand.
Well, they should get it more than...
Otherwise.
Okay.
I feel like you two are having a biff now.
Nah, because I'm on the same
Shredding.
team.
Okay.
I started the no sleeve thing about a month ago.
I mean, no, I've always frothed the no sleeves. Kurt Tozer started a few years back. I remember Elliot Schultz used to run his ARA kit with no sleeves back in the day.
I mean, it's good to
Yeah.
even out the tan as well.
Yeah, I mean,
What about
each their own.
socks?
I
What
just
about
don't want to
socks
see
then?
it.
Do you want your socks up high or do you go ankle socks with no sleeves?
Well, that's what I think. To me, sleeveless looks like ankle socks with cycling shoes.
To be fair, we look like a sack of bones with a popsicle stick with a fucking t-shirt thrown over the top. We look dreadful anyway.
And we spend so much money on it. It's
And
amazing.
We're like, people are looking at us and ain't no one looking, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking, going, look at that skinny dude. He
Yeah.
needs to go eat a sandwich or something. He looks sick.
Oh, bloody pay Rego.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what goes through their head.
That's what goes through their head.
I have 3 cars. I pay enough rego.
Huge flex there from
Big
End of-
flex from
end of
our
story.
boy Reeves.
there you go,
End of story.
blokes. On that note, shall we wrap?
I think I've sold 1 car, so I'm down to 2. So that's kind of good news.
Less Rego.
That includes Amber's. Like it's a family.
Okay.
Very
Alright.
good.
Just the record.
Just to clear that up. Alrighty, guys. Shall we?
Yeah, why not?
Hooroo. See you next week.
Look forward to it. Hopefully we'll have a full contingent next week.
We'll definitely have more people on deck.
See you next time, Backsiders.
Ciao, ciao.
See ya. Bye.
Yes?
500 watts, please.